Back in Metaphor, ReFantazio. So previously we finally killed that bloody Scottish necromancer. Foiled his plan. Did a couple of side dungeons. Ended up where we are now, on the day that the tournament for the king has started. I think there's going to be like a big event. We're going to find out more. Otherwise, we have to go to... where is it? One of the kingdoms that make up the United Kingdom. Oceania or something like that. And so we go there and then we find out what we have to find a monster and bring it back. Though we're going after a bounty hunter, I think. A bounty. But we'll see. I think I need to rest up. Yep, and then in the morning we have to go to this event.
What now?
Did I get that sword? What day is the calendar? Idol's Day. Maybe on the 25th. I'll buy that 40,000 sword.
Good night. Can I come in?
No. What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, you're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Promising returns. Maria is waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of strange and distant places we return. Fair enough.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder... How could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Didn't realize you had a little rose
Time marches
necklace.
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Who's that?
Judah!
Juna?
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo.
Who's this?
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Is that how they're going to try and
Ladies and
convince
gentlemen,
everyone?
welcome one and all
Use
to
song
the
and dance?
inauguration of the tournament for the throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
The people seem to like him.
He's
a bit of an old crony, though.
ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctis have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Gladel.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life.
Free drinks for life.
Loveless O'Shea.
Hippie.
Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
So he's actually like a proper contender. Well, everyone's going quiet.
What?
Filthy elder.
Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
I wonder if my ranking goes down.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Oh, great.
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit!
We might be disqualified before we even start. Ooh, anime cutscene.
So, contestants, are you ready?
Yep. Well, no.
What? Last, I say! Wait! How do you behave?
This is basically Sid.
A land runner? It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them!
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful.
Is that
So much
us?
for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You dolt!
You dolt.
Brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right!
They called it a land runner.
Full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
How did she manage to wrangle this? Popularity ranking 5021. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I consider that a part of the mission to aid my prince. The prince.
Just a sec.
This is our carriage.
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing such. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We're going to want to go to a place called Martyria Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a way south. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Martyria it is. Down to Martyria, eh? On this cross legs, oh, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Bally good. Now, since those breaches, caps full steam ahead to Martyria Old Castle Town. Cool.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money?
Huh.
I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
What's your name
You
first?
certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Norris. An
Norris.
Ishtia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Oh, cool.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
I love that he's wearing shorts as well. And then like a sailor outfit.
Nioras? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require.
A new
Before
one?
His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom
Oh, it's the
carriage?
prince's.
Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Wow.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nioras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Valley Runner alone.
Look,
Valley Runner?
this runner... It is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness... Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I imagine it needs some fixing up though.
Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think? I think we can count on him. If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust you all.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me.
I ain't got a choice.
The captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
The Gauntlet Runner. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on your way there.
Oh yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kinda want to see what the engine room's like. Why?
Alright then.
Okay, so like a map. Ooh, a kitchen. Oh, these are the bedrooms. What's this? Like a study? Oh, this is like a cooking.
Got it.
There's a kitchen. I can prepare meals here. It's stocked with food suitable for a long journey. I prefer to cook it first before eating it. Hulkenberg said that most things are edible if you put them over a fire. Is that really true? Washing area.
Got it.
Kitchen. There are a lot of books lined up. Oh wow. What's that flying behind us?
What's this?
It's just got like two... Oh, it's only got 2 legs. Engine room. Okay, that's more. What's this? Washing machine. A machine that does laundry, handmade by Neura. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment. Okay. Is that like how you're going to purify stuff now? Oh, what the hell?
This?
Is that supposed to be cold water and hot water? Is it a heat engine? Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet runner. Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. Why are there 3 tubes though? Now I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. The gauntlet runners use magla crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you had travelled the wilds, then thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the gauntlet runner was built. The runner's actual legs are based on the colossal beasts, made for zero momentum loss even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl, best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about this old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks, you just watch. There'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl's needs her rest as much as we do. Gauntlet, you will continue towards your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things that you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, bookshelf, or washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Ah, ouch. Hello, Hulkenberg. Kitchen. Ah, let's get cooking. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant you party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. There are some ingredients here. Maybe Neurisus went shopping. Baidu meat. Those handwritings that there's news about new potential recipes. Oh, why can't I stop yawning? Oh wow, that's a lot of. Want to make something? If so, we should try and have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. Now we'll come back. It stopped, yeah. And then he said bookcase. Oh no. Not yet.
All right then.
Cooking table, cars.
All right then.
What's in the pantry?
What's this?
There's some mellow milk and fragrant spices. I wonder who brought them in here. I could use them for cooking. Okay, now I'll read New World Travel.
Actually?
Weren't you? I've realised something. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There are so many things I've learned since we started travelling together. You've matured.
What?
What are you saying? That I was immature before? It's not like you knew any more about the world than I did. Hey, Simone. I know this time we're travelling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Maybe I'll write a book about it.
Sweet!
Good idea. Just make sure to include me as a co-author, alright? Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? Teach me more. I'm not really all that knowledgeable though. If that's how you feel though, I'll gladly tell you every insight I have. With everything you've been through recently, I've realised that knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop learning together. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about your journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martyria. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited. But it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? There are insects gathering by the campfire.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat those bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg, anyway. I should try and catch one. Llama bee. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. Hey, you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Okay to keep me company for a while. Should I spend time? Yeah.
Now then.
So next up is Martyria. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress, and I awakened a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? They had no allies.
Oh, I see.
I see, try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder, just how many more of these powers are still out there? I felt my imagination grow.
Alright.
Oh, nearly 2. Come now, it's too early for bed, let's talk some more. Oops.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceed your expectations, huh?
True.
They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these acrid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But just keep an eye on the road, okay, near us? Afternoon. 2 days. So does the... I've heard that... Is this the... No, this is the cooking area. I've heard that I've got to go in here every day.
What's this?
Hey, similarly, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining your weapons may help me improve my focus during a fight. I will.
Now then.
Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I would like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why, one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey!
It's noble. How about you? I shared my plan, let's hear yours. What do you do when the fight's over? I want to travel.
So that means...
Oh, I see.
To go where the wind takes you, I take it. That does sound nice.
Aye.
We've got to get stronger. Even the village gets rebuilt. It's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country... Oh, my voice went funny. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Luis. Or fight for change.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you are our captain, truly. You're resolved to stand in the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know. To act with such conviction, how does one become so bold?
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this is to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
Alright.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight as well as increased my courage.
Now then.
Ooh, rank 2. Spirited.
Courage.
Courage. It's one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame with thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. I spent some time with Stroll, honing our weapons.
I say, we could stop.
Ahoy! Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into
What's
view
that?
is the Tree of Prophecy.
Tree
a
of Prophecy?
resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Ooh, wow.
Wow.
It's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves, this is how the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country whose colours shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future, and how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nuras pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nuras, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it, I'm finished here, take it as a keepsake. You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed all to the safety of my mind. I've no need for the sketch itself anymore. Hey there, why don't we give it to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is a more precious treasure as well. Is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favourable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current colour portends.
All right.
Wisdom's going up.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. We'll be in Materia the day after tomorrow. Wonder what kind of place Materia is.
Well met.
Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to travelling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? This power we've awoken to, of all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly. I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armour encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
Now then.
Ooh, rank 2. Inspired.
Why, that...
It's getting quite late, but we've got a ways to go yet, so I'd very much like to continue chatting with you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere. What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
Landmine?
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Well, they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Glodell cannot match Godot's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Well, as part of the plan is to get Luis's attention, so we're going to have to help out Glodell.
Let's give Glodell a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner boat out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Glodell! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cortland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would
I didn't do that.
For the second time! So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
His monks are boarded the deck.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by
I was not
confronting
expecting
me,
this.
you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I'll cut through!
In the name, I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
I stand ready. Knight!
No.
I see you!
We're caught them right in their weak
Expose your
spot.
sins.
Looks like we can't brute force through this
Let's
one.
go! Wind!
Let's go!
What could
Why are you
hope
healing?
to achieve? I won't lose.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying
No
with us.
holding back! Hack and slash!
Right on target.
Observe the
Nice
enemy.
one, Stroll.
Comrades, lend me your
We'll
strength.
team up!
We've got them right in their weak
Come
spot.
forward, Royal Soul!
Side.
The blade's edge!
Know your place.
I shall vanquish evil!
Too slow!
You gotta aim better than that.
Resistance is futile!
What could you hope to achieve?
Behold, we stand together.
Coordination is key!
What? Oh, it's a different
We
spearman.
can do this. I won't hold back!
Oh, resist. More resilient
More
than I
resilient
expected.
than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Joel's badly wounded. Can anyone heal
Sanctism
him?
will reign!
He got strong.
Wasn't enough.
Someone get him back on his feet.
Just the thing.
The freedom of a
Come
forth, royal soul!
I owe you.
Let's go! Sanctism will reign!
Nothing.
Hulkenberg's
still
badly
stand.
wounded.
Take this!
Someone heal
please.
her. Hulkenberg's in bad shape. She needs help. We need to figure out their affinities first.
Are you prepared? Burn to ash!
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
To safer ground, come! Strike me if you dare.
The freedom of a wanderer. Seeker! Better be sure. By this power. We're not out of this yet.
Thank you.
Resistance is futile! Take this!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded.
Take this!
Someone heal her.
Don't underestimate me!
Hulkenberg's down. Get her back up.
Could do with this.
My spirit is unbroken.
Sanctism will reign!
Captain's hurt bad. Let's get him some
Sanctism
healing.
will reign!
Captain's down.
Brace yourself!
Someone help him back up. Don't forget about the petrification magic.
I won't hold back! Nice!
You hit their weakness.
Witness me,
That's your
brethren!
opening, Captain.
I call upon royal power within!
Right on target.
Observe the
Nice
enemy.
one, Phil.
Behold! We stand
Counting on you!
Hulkenberg cut them right in their weak spot.
to go to his side.
Freeze!
Impossible! Behold my power! I shall vanquish evil! What could you hope to achieve?
Only a flesh wound.
Don't underestimate me!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Oh, mystic curse!
Come forth, royal soul!
Hit their weakness.
Now, I call
That's your
upon
opening,
royal
Captain.
power within! Oh, holy light!
By the sworn oath of knighthood. I defer to you.
I'm Seeker! Nice!
Sanctism is supreme! What could you hope to achieve?
Is that all?
Damn it! I shall vanquish evil! They die hard! You!
For all that we strive for!
I won't hold back! So,
Got them.
the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Nope.
I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
Knocked it over.
Nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
Oh, it's her. She's with him then.
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
Oh, would you really?
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Ooh.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well,
No,
well.
Irish.
Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Yes.
Songstress?
Look at the.
Wait, is
look
she the
at
same lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
What's his name?
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
Oh,
I'd know the suspension.
I thought it was about her, but no, it's the bloody Gauntlet Runner.
Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Oh, is that the... Oh, whoa. Is that Louise's airship? It's like a huge Gauntlet Runner.
Gauntlet Runner.
Holy
He's
crap.
actually finished it.
Luis.
My Lord Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe at least.
I could have
Who's the
crushed
short
that
guy?
churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a Gauntlet Runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Oh,
Hey, I know you want to get this...
I mean, it's a bit too obvious if you say that to him, though.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them. Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
See you.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers
Is this more?
of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah! Oh, damn and blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Don't think it
It
is.
doesn't sound like nothing.
Ah, no hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding.
Okay.
Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into it.
This one's important.
Providing a spark. An old inventor, Neurus once knew was living in Comuria, a village near Martyria. He may be able to tell us more about the relic he once showed Neurus.
Time marches on, and
Time
the age
marches
of the new
on.
king draws nearer.
Apologies, I'm ungrateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Bardon, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Bardon awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
What's wrong with this place?
'Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is a tyrant.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally Waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant
What
sandworm.
the hell?
It's
No wonder
Martira's
it's a
culinary
bloody
speciality.
desolated place.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices
gonna
and
retch,
flavors
gonna retch.
of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
Oh, she's eating
It's
it.
unique texture.
What
to
the
be
hell is
sure,
wrong with you?
But the taste is divine, exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
It looks great.
Come now, they're offering us fine hospitality. 'Tis only right that we graciously savor it.
Yes, absolutely right. I'll be cheering you on. And, I'll see to the funeral plans.
Are you actually enjoying that?
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch.
Twitch?
A bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think
15?
this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
The Great Sandworm's Nest. A giant sandworm's nest in the wastelands, reputed to be the hideout of Heismay the Kidnapper. The area is subject to a unique weather phenomenon known as a sand flash. Oops. Who's this? Rival Gauntlet Runner.
Smell trouble.
The major candidate's Gauntlet Runner seems to be here.
It's your call.
Okay.
There's a runner.
Here's where we are.
It's a campground.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
Ouch.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's save this town together.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town.
What the
Fine
hell?
sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Well, that sound.
'Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Okay. Day 27. Informed man. Okay. Rest up for tomorrow. How do I do that?
All right then.
Oh, knackered.
Got a moment?
We meet with the lady of the castle tomorrow and we're not particularly familiar. Why do we call it a night? Yeah.
Pleasure to see you.
They're in the back. Oh, here we go.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out.
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They all went to Crigant Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs in Starestone Market.
More people missing.
An elder candidate?
Yeah, what of it?
What'll I do here?
– 5021.
Oh, any one of them will do.
I've awaited you.
Lady Joanna is waiting inside. Let's go right now if that's alright.
Aye, yes.
Please, come this way then.
May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike.
Heisme? That sounds familiar.
How?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Can't even let my wee ones out the house because of the kidnappings. When I told General Barden as much, his face fell like a dropped pie. He's pure of heart, our general is. But aye, never mind that. Off to fight Heisme, are ya? Keep your guard up then, rumour has it he's got some passing skill. They say he's faster than any soldier, but nobody could so much as nick him. Must be quick on his feet. Is this information? Boy, you there, can I talk to you for a bit? Heard that you were going to catch that Heisme for us. And I just wanted to give you my thanks. You see, my wife, she's one of those people that's gone missing.
My thanks to you.
Don't know if I can be any help to you, but please, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Do you know about the giant? Unfortunately, no, I don't know much about them, I'm afraid. Sorry, I can't be much of help. You ought to ask the others around here, though. The shopkeepers might know more.
All good.
Really? That's Starestone Market, right? Let's try asking around there.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm all sold out of meat today.
So, hey.
Oh no, that's okay. We're after information more than meat today. You don't happen to know anything about a giant sandworm, do you? Only that it's dangerous. When I go out hunting, I give him a wide berth. Wow, impressive that you go out there alone. Still, do you know anything who might know something? Let's see now. You might try asking that fella by the armour shop. He's got quite a fondness for giant sandworm larvae. Near the armour shop.
All right then.
What'll I do here?
What is it?
Giant sandworm. We Martarans love our edible grubs, but we're a bit indifferent to their inedible parents. A larvae's my personal favourite. But I know a little about them before I make them in the kitchen. I can't recall anyway. Oh wait, hang on, I just thought someone.
Right.
There was a merchant yesterday at the tavern boasting he'd gotten really close to the sandworm's den. If that's true, it'd be quite the feat. Maybe he's still in town. That's some good information. Maybe this merchant's still nearby. Let's ask around Thoroughfare Square. Thoroughfare.
All right then.
An elder candidate?
More people.
Him?
Can hardly think on
Oh, this headache. I'm true and well and trying to be destroyed. Nasty little hangover, this. Blimey, I'm embarrassed just thinking about it yesterday. Why the hell did I go and do something like that? Is it this guy?
What do you want to know?
You were at the tavern. What's your business with me? Well, we're looking for a merchant, one who had something to say about the giant sandworm. Know what he said? Why didn't you ask him yourself, huh? I know your next question. Where is he? Oh, yeah.
Thank you kindly.
Just like I knew you would. Now then, deal's a deal. Oh, he drank.
More people missing. Can hardly think on it.
Hey!
Alright, to tell you the truth, I didn't get that close to it. I just find a giant Sandworm husk, that was it. And then at the bar I was excited, well, pretty drunk. Anyway, at some point the story turned into me waltzing right up to the sandworm and staring it down. I regret that now.
Oh, good.
Well, great, no one seemed to have any information. It's almost sunset too. Let's meet at the tavern for now. I'll go gather everyone else.
Not a scrap.
Not a scrap.
I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
Tis far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there? Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm. The wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight round here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely.
Good. Then we're counting on you. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? Nay danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sand flash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworm's territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Miras.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh? Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start. Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
We'll give it a go. Check pantry. Teleportation igniter. Let me think of a place we've already been to.
Where to?
Our focus on Martira as our destination.
It reacted! The lad really is the key to triggering it!
Oh, hey! Are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust him.
It's Martira. We really are back.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, they'll not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
No reaction.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
To capture Heismay, you must be well prepared. You can grow stronger by accepting requests around the town, such as Martyria Recruitment Center. Now that your mission has begun, your base of operation has been changed to Martyria. Each time a new operation begins, the town you stay in will become your new base. Makes sense? Your departure date is July 2nd. Try to be well prepared for it. If you want to return to a previous location, such as Grand Trad, open the R1 world map on the R1 map menu and select your diet. You can travel there using teleportation magic. It does not pass time.
Oh, that's right.
So?
3 days. Okay. Let us... Oh, water merchant. Maybe he's got some MP. Pristine clear water. Mellow milk. Where was that meat merchant?
An elder candidate? What'll I do here?
All right then.
Welcome.
All right then. Let's go.
What were the gods doing?
Oh, my apologies. You're all right there? That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Did I just get pickpocketed?
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh my god. How did I know?
Grievous' dagger is missing.
Holy shit.
Let's chase after him. I don't see him anywhere. Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast?
Where can we find a clue that will lead us to the man who took Grace's memento? Let's try asking the guy. Yeah.
Come on.
Hey you. That guy who stole our dagger, any idea where he went? I may not. I have no reason to give you that information. That's true, but I mean, that dagger's really important to us.
Oh?
Is it? Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't go lending a hand to everyone who puts one out. Oh, come on, not even a hint? You, the future king? That's quite a goal. You're either a bad swindler or you suffer from delusions of grandeur. But strangely though, colour me intrigued. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to humour you a bit. And you want your item back? But I have a condition. You need to do something for me first.
Have you ever heard of Malvino's ring? Rumors say it's a cursed treasure that kills anyone who wears it. I happen to know of a certain noble who wants it, and I'd love for him to owe me a favor.
So you want us to get it for you? That's more of a hassle than getting the dagger back ourselves.
Then by all means do it yourselves. Yes, these sorts are terribly crafty, but it's not impossible. Probably.
The way you talk almost feels like you've been in on this from the beginning.
Good one. We just happen to be in the same boat, so why not lend each other a hand?
All in the same boat, huh?
Well, the choice is yours. If I recall correctly, you're a candidate in the tournament for the throne, aren't you?
So you know us then?
Information is a powerful weapon, you see. Considering what I know about you, I'm offering you a good deal here. Mark my words. Once your dagger's sold off, it will be incredibly difficult to track down. But leave it to me, and I'll get it back before that. Of course, I'm no miracle worker, and the clock's ticking, so do make up your mind.
Fine. We'll hear you out. For now. The ring you mentioned, where's it located?
At a grave not too far from here. A day's trip in your runner, I'd wager. Word is there's monsters knocking about out there. Hence my request to the lad with the sword at his side. It's not all bad, though. You'll find good weapons, armor, and other golden things aplenty there.
I do recall hearing something about soldiers who died in the Annex War being buried with their equipment.
I assure you, it's well worth the trip.
We have to go through with this to get the dagger back. I'm having a hard time dealing with him, so I'll let you take over from here.
Your fairy friend doesn't seem to like me very much. What say you, though?
Hopefully I find your ring amongst the treasure.
Thank you for making such a prompt decision. Call me Cuculus. The ring should be in the abandoned tomb. I'll thank you properly when you return with it.
This one's important.
A dagger, a ring, and a rake. I need to find Malovian's ring. Cuculus mentioned in the abandoned tomb. The informant at the tavern in Thoroughfare Square should have more details.
I implore you.
Even in your gauntlet runner, it's a night's travel from Martyria. A bit far, but commensurate with your compensation, don't you think?
This place. And right there's a labyrinth. Let's see here.
That's abandoned tomb.
I'll be waiting.
Okay.
people missing. Oh, what'll I do?
I cannot believe I'm going to lose my job over something that's not my fault at all. I don't know what's on your mind, but it looks serious. What's wrong? A fairy? Or aren't you? Oh, I can't do that. Aren't you the mercenaries who are here to hunt down Heismay? You lot all came here in the giant gauntlet runner. As far as your runner goes, can you spare me a moment? Our town used to keep a great number of carrier pigeons so that we could maintain communications with other cities. But they were all requisitioned by officials from the capital. Seems like they need them for the tournament or some such. But we rely on those pigeons for trading medicine and foodstuff, so their loss threatens our very way of living. That's why we desperately need to procure a practical pigeon parcel from Comerio by July 11th. But no one wants to go out with the kidnappers about, so I've got no volunteers. In addition to that, there's no end of beasts. And since I was the pigeon's caretaker, there's a good chance that I can only keep my job if things continue like this. If that happens, I may as well lie down in the gutter and die like a dog.
Stupendous.
So that's where you and that gauntlet runner of yours come in. Please save my job. I mean, save the town. Of course, I can't ask you to work for free. Let's see. It's 7,500. Yeah, leave it to me.
I'd so love your help.
Let's give it a shot.
Whoa, that reminds me. Nice little village.
So?
All right then.
With everything going on, I'll be all hands on deck. I've got to get out and patrol, so Sansari will be closed on July the 2nd to July the 4th. You're the one who took care of that bounty in the Tradia Desert, aren't you? I heard the rumours. Tradia Desert is south of Grand Trad, right? So how did you know that? The royal capital's pretty far from here. Don't underestimate the military. Each city shares information on bounties, though I'm not at liberty to tell you how we do it.
Hunting to you.
Anyway, you can look up a list of bounties from across the country regardless of where you are, accept them right too. So find your hardest and clear them up, alright? What?
Don't go get yourself killed.
This is a bounty contract for the Gobon King, an impressive name if it wasn't only a Gobon rabble he presided over. We're familiar with Gobons, they're pretty common and easy to handle. Not quite. They'll attack you with swords and bows, as well as magic. The boss fight will come out to you, back to the underlings.
Hey!
We'll do it. When the king's not around, a magic wielding goblin keeps order within the horde. Take him out and the big guy should appear. The mages wear black cloth. Okay.
Good hunting to you.
Let's do it.
Let's see here.
We'll face danger here.
All right.
I'm out of ideas.
What do you want to know?
What is it? What do you want to know? Prize of the abandoned tomb.
Oh, I bear good tidings.
Have you heard rumours about the mountains of treasure? I think you'd best stay away. There's treasures there, sure, but it's home to some strange monsters as well. The one that poses the real danger in there is the treasure monster. Apparently they'll put you to sleep. You're in for a real bad time if they attack you while you're snoozing.
He's the real skinny.
Rumour has it that there are some accessories that can prevent falling asleep. They sell them at that dodgy Glomall shop over in Grand Trad. The beast is said to be drawn to money. Some witnesses claim that they were able to escape it by tossing a coin. I've heard that somewhere out there are skills that use money. If you had some of those, the fight might go smoother. Lastly, it's called a treasure monster for a reason, as it's said that it carries some particularly desirable loot with it. If you get a chance, you should try stealing from it. Okay. King of the Imp's Den. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary forest, but journey deep in it and you'll find a goblin haven. Those creatures are clever enough to understand the strength that comes with numbers. A single goblin is easily dispatched, but a horde of them is trouble. If you've got business with the Goblin King who runs the horde of them, you're going to want to take out the goblins in black cloth. No weaknesses to speak of, but they love a good nap, and you can find some items to make them drowsy at general stores. That's how you fight them. You may already know, but don't go wielding a staff, yeah? They'll fly off the handle. What else? There's a lot of giant insects called vesps in there. They're apparently weak to pierce attacks. You'd best prepare yourself with a spear or bow.
Thank you kindly.
That's about it, but be sure you're well prepared before venturing into that place. Village trading? There's a town a bit east of here called Comero. It's a nice quiet place famous for their carrier pigeons. They got medicine and a bath salt. They also say it's cellular. It's hardly a day's journey with a gauntlet runner. Why not pay the place a visit? There are shops of all sizes. You can buy a bit of meat. Yeah. Rock beans, fragrant spice, organ sugar. Okay.
Gone to shite, this has.
I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now.
Gone to shite, this has.
What now?
Go to the...
gone to shite, this has.
I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now.
All right then.
More people missing.
What were the guards doing?
All right then.
How do I get off?
All right then. Where to? Go.
What'll I do here? Hey, listen.
Hey. Hey.
All right then. Let's go.
Can't be.
Hey.
Got a bargain today.
Now then.
Can't be.
You be real.
So, one last gold beetle, I think. I guess attempt.
Let's see.
All right, then. Let's head there right away. What now?
Okay, so set some stuff up ready for later. Yeah, I had to. So we got some requests. Got quite a lot of requests coming up. Promising returns. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, actually, before I do that,
What now?
let me. Simile needs to learn merchant.
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Really?
Oh.
I found new power.
Yeah, so just save this again. Yeah, so when we come back, I will be going.
All right, then. Where to? Where to?
What is it? The abandoned tomb. which is for this one. Yeah, because someone stole Grace's dagger and I need to get something back. And it's got a time limit of 2 days and I'm here for 3, so gotta get that out of the way. Till then,